Hello! It is Thursday, and on Thursdays, our topic is science or sensory. Our theme this week is snow, so our activity today is actually going to be both science and sensory. So this is going to be fun. It's called a snowstorm in a jar. So what you need to do this is you need a clear container. This is a glass vase that I have, and it's probably actually a little big. We might not need this big a jar. You need some baby oil. You need some white paint. You need some water. And you need some alka seltzer or effervescent antacid and pain relief. This is the generic version. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to pour, now it says add a cup of water to the vase, but I think actually a cup is an awful lot. So we're going to start out with a half a cup first. Okay, so a little bit. Can you see? I don't know that I need this thing. So after you put the water in the vase, you mix in 1 tablespoon of paint. So since we're doing a half of a cup of water, let's half the paint, and we're going to go with a half a teaspoon of paint. So we're going to use a disposable spoon, and then we're going to get down in there and we're going to mix that all up. All right. I am going to turn it to the spot where the white has not. See, there's white paint on the side. Let's see if I can get that off. Because I don't want that white paint to get in the way of what you can see. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to pour. It says pour in oil almost to the top of the jar. I am not going to use that much baby oil. It just seems like a waste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this oil, probably at least the same amount of what's in there. I want us to get this the effect, but I also don't want to waste baby oil because it's good stuff. It smells so good. I love the smell of baby oil. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour it down the side because it will, it's going to mix, and we're going to need to wait for it to mix if I don't. So if I pour it down the side, it's less likely to mix. And see, that's exactly what it did. It did not mix. All right, I'm going to pour just a little bit more. All right, can you see, I'm going to hold this a little closer to the camera. Can you see the separation? Actually, I see where they want the amount of baby oil. I probably should have gone with even less water. Because there, I don't know if you can see this happening, but the water is moving inside, and you can see it. You can see the waves under the baby oil. It's actually kind of cool. So now what we're going to do. It says if we want to use some glitter in it, we can use some glitter. I think we might use some glitter. I think that's a fun idea. Put some glitter in there. All right. Now here is, it says break the alka seltzer tablet into pieces and drop one at a time into the oil. So, oh, that's cool. Can you see it? Okay. We're going to drop another. Oh, you guys can't see it when it's that far away, can you? It's really actually pretty darn cool. Unfortunately, what it's doing is it's covering the sides with paint, and so we really do have a snowstorm in a jar. It's whiteout conditions. So, okay, so here is the science behind this. So we're talking about liquid density. Water is denser than oil, and so it floats to the bottom. It sits on the bottom. The paint mixes in with the water. Here, let me just read what they've said, because I know all of this, but I'm trying to look at it and then read it. I might as well just read it. Is water lighter or heavier than oil? Make sure it's noticed that the oil sits on top of the water. That's what we did. We made sure that the water that was sitting on top of the oil. What happens to the paint? Liquid density is fun to explore. Our rainbow is another, oh, sorry, that's another activity apparently. The tablet creates this storm effect because the tablet contains an acid and a base that when it mixed with the water, it creates bubbles. So we have a couple of experiments that we could do that involve the alka-seltzers. The bubbles are a result of carbon dioxide that is released during a chemical reaction. The bubbles pick up the white paint and carry it to the surface. And once the bubbles reach the surface, they pop and the paint drops back down. So that's what's going on here. So basically it's a chemical reaction that is going on inside of there, and it's just really, really cool. And the reason it's sensory is because it is enjoyable to watch this go on. So, all right, guys, that's what we have for our science and sensory. I hope you enjoyed this experiment. We will do more of these types of experiments with different topics, all right, or different themes. Have a good rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.